Once you have your part, you're going to split that part in half like this. Make sure the bottom piece is smaller than the top piece, okay? Then grab your braiding hair, the same size. You only need one size of braiding hair. We don't need to feed in multiple strands for this, okay? So I'm going to place the braiding hair in between her natural hair like this. And now I am going to split her natural hair on top in two, so that way we have 3 legs. Okay, so now I proceed to braid about 3 times, and then now I am going to distribute the braiding hair by splitting the braiding hair on the right in 2, and I'm going to take one piece of the braiding hair and put it into the braid like this. Okay, let go of the other piece, you braid to the left side, you're going to split the braiding hair again and put one piece into the braid, and then braid to the right again, tuck the last piece under, braid to the left, tuck the last piece under, and boom, just like that, you already succeeded in doing your knotless braids without feeding in multiple pieces of braiding hair. Now, as you continue to braid, you can continue to distribute and borrow hair from the middle leg into the braid until the braid is nice and even, and you just continue to braid all the way down. So this is a technique that I think is helpful for beginners who are learning how to do knotless braids. And if you struggle to keep your knotless braids in place, if your knotless braids twist and turn, the foundation of the braid, as you can see, there's like a little anchor underneath the braid that is going to hold the braid in place. This will help to prevent the braid from twisting and turning and just stay right there. Alright, so I'm going to show you the technique again in slower motion. I'm also going to show those of you who braid underhand. You can definitely do this technique with underhand as well if you don't braid the way that I do. So I'm going to show you that after this. So what I'm showing you right now is basically how to extend the braid because we're using one strand of braiding hair, we're not fitting in multiple strands. To make it longer, you're just going to make one side of the braiding hair longer than the other like this, and this is how you're just going to extend the braid. Alright, so this is how to do it the underhand way, although this is not my favorite way to do it, but it's basically the same technique. Okay, you place the braiding hair in between and you split the natural hair on top. Make sure the bottom piece is smaller, and now you're going to braid like this. Okay, once you've succeeded in doing the knotless base, you just try your best to distribute the braiding hair as you go, which is what I'm trying to do here. It's always easier to do that with the middle leg, but it's very tricky doing this underhand way of braiding. My hand is used to overhand. That's the way I gain more control, but I just wanted to show you guys if this is how you braid. Just to let you know that it's possible with the underhand way. So I just went ahead to continue my overhand. So now this is what happens if you do not split the hair as you go. Okay, so when I was creating this technique, this was actually how I came up with the technique. I just split the hair and braid, and then just add that braiding hair piece without splitting the braiding hair. Okay, and then I noticed that the hair wasn't distributed evenly. There is one natural hair just hanging without any braiding hair, and you could do this, but it's going to look crooked as you start to distribute the hair. So I was like, you know what, this is not good. Don't do this. Okay, so I figured it's easier to split the braiding hair on both sides, so that way it looks like these braids that you see right now. Alright, so I am just giving her a middle part. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I hope this was helpful. I was like, you know what, there has to be a way that you could do knotless braid without feeding in hair every point in time and worrying about not getting the knotless braids to stay correctly, and to stop twisting and stop bending and not looking smooth. And I was like, this should be very helpful for you guys. Make sure you like this video if you are enjoying it, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. As you like this video, other people will be able to see this technique that I'm sure will be very, very helpful for them. So we're basically done. This technique is going to keep the braids stationary, so it's not going to move as much as if you were to do knotless braids by feeding in hair multiple times. So I think this technique would serve people who struggle to keep their braids in place. So there's always so many ways to do the same thing, and even though the braids are stationary, she could still wear the braids up, as you can see, and she could still, you know, sway the braids left and right, but she could still move it, and it's so beautiful. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.